Here's Starr with Zedd. Oh, Starr got something up her nose. The playful little puppies. I had to bring my chair outside. I can't stand. Yep, that's their little playtime. Bless you, Starr. Allergy season, huh? You sneeze just like the people. Starr likes to play and move her by the butt. And there goes... He's drinking rainwater. But he's the clumsiest little pup that you ever did see. He falls in the water. He's going to lay down and drink the water. You're going to smell like backyard, Zedd. Your mother's going to kill you. Be expecting a bath when you go home. Now, Starr will drink the puddle of rainwater and stuff, but... Oh, yeah. What you up to? Okay, yeah, we know that's the butt. They've been out here for quite a while. My morning routine was this. John got up and he fed the cats in the back. Then he got the bowls and he got the food for the cats in the other part of the bedrooms. We have two sets. We have the crazy cats that only go in one room, and then we have the other cats that go in all the other rooms in the back of the house. None of the cats come out in the living room unless Starr lets them out. I don't like them in the living room because the females, number one, are not fixed. And if they get out the door, I can't afford having more kittens. Number two, I do a lot of cooking, and I don't like hair because cats have a tendency of walking across stoves and stuff. And I clean enough, and I can't go around worrying about cat hair in my food. So they stay in the back of the house where my kitchen stays, kitchen clean. Anyway, after their food, then we let them both out for their morning duty, and then we got Zedd in so he could eat his breakfast. Then when he finished eating his breakfast, we put him in Starr's house so she could eat her breakfast. Now, Starr's a picker, so in order to make her eat her breakfast, she got a treat this morning. She had a can of food. So she had that, and so she ate like 90%. Oh, they had disappeared. They'll be back. Should be coming around the bed. And in the meantime, I made Petey's food. There they come. I made Petey's food. And see, Starr's a digger. She's looking for herself for a nice, cool place to lay down. She likes laying down. And there goes Zedd running up along the fence. So Petey had to eat in the back of the house. So he ate, and John's in the office, so staying with him. And now they're out because they both had their breakfast, so I figured I'd take them out. And it's so nice outside, I figured I'd let them play for a while and smell the other animals on both sides. I have animals on all sides of my house. People on my right have 2 dogs, and people on the back of me have 1 big old dog, and then the person on the other side of me has another dog on my left. They have a pit bull, but poor pit bulls, they always get a bad rap. This guy is beautiful. He's as gentle as can be. They have him all the time off the leash in the front of the house, and he just walks around and plays. And he comes up to you and smells you and licks you, and that's it. Pit bulls have a bad rap. It's people that train them to be vicious, like when they put them in dog fights or cockfights and all of that stuff, or if they're illegals and with drugs, you know, they teach them so this way the cops don't come around with their drugs. So that's what they use, those kind of dogs. Dobermans have the bad rap for that too, and so does poor shepherds. I never had a pit bull, but my daughter did, and she was as kind as can be. Her name was Daisy. They had to give her away because they moved. And I've had shepherds all my life, and they were real good dogs, never any problems. I didn't have any Dobermans, but I know Dobermans. Rottweilers, never had any of my own, but there was a case where one was protecting his house, and I was working for a vet at the time as a receptionist, and the owner brought him in because he was protecting the house. Somebody was in the yard trying to break in, and the dog went through the sliding door. Well, needless to say, the guy got away because he seen this big old dog coming crashing through the door, but the dog got really cut up bad. Came in, a whole bunch of other animals are in the vet, never went to attack any of them, never went to attack any of the people that are trying to help him. Laid on the table, cleaned up all his wounds, seen how severe they were. He had stitches. Never went to attack me or the vet or anybody. If people would only know how to handle dogs, they wouldn't get bit. If you show fear, number one, you will get attacked. If the dog is trained to attack, he will attack. If the dog is sick, he will attack. If a dog is provoked or poked at, people have to train kids not to hurt animals, because kids hurt animals. They don't realize what they're doing. They just do it, especially if they never were raised with one. I mean, I had daycare kids. They wanted to stretch the poor frog's legs off or a lizard's legs off, and I told them that hurts. Does it? That was their question. I says, of course. I says, if I stretch your leg, would it hurt? Yes. I says, well, so Miss Tricia's telling you don't do that to an animal because it hurts them too. You've got to talk to kids. Explain. And most kids, unless they were going to grow up and be a serial killer, they're not going to hurt the animal if they're taught. Kids are not stupid. You just got to teach them. And you can't show fear of animals. If you're raised with animals, you learn not to have fear. None of my kids have fear of animals. They've got in the middle of dog fights, and they got scratched, they got grabbed, but they never was ever poked where the dogs broke the skin. I mean, they, got grabbed by accident. But as soon as they realized that there was a human and not another dog, they let them go. You got to teach your animals, and you got to teach your kids. They are having so much fun out here. Well, Star tries to be a puppy. She really tries. But I think she's going on 10. Or she is 10, I'm not quite sure. But she runs around, and she just has to take a lot of breaks. She's not used to all this exercise, even though she has this whole yard. But she doesn't have somebody to play with like this all the time. Only when Zedd comes to visit. There's no more little kids to keep her active, and I'm a crip, so I don't do what I used to do. She used to go for long walks with me. Now she goes just in the backyard. But my backyard, as you can see, is a very large yard. I have one of the old houses where they give you big backyards, so she's good. Even though she's on a leash, she's got 20 feet in a circle that she could run around. And when she's in the mood, she does. And unfortunately, she's a digger, otherwise she'd be off the leash. But as you can see by my holes, she'll dig that. She's darted around my fence. And my fence is warping. This is the second fence that I've had. But with all our damp weather, and the fence warps, and there's wood over there, as you can see, because otherwise she'll go under the fence. So she'll go under the fence, over the fence. She could leap it. At least she used to. I don't know if she still can, but she was younger. My neighbor's seen her leap the fence. I don't need her getting shot because people are afraid of animals, and here comes this big old black dog. She's going to attack me, and meanwhile she'll only lick you to death. She ain't going to hurt you. But that's it. I think I'm going to stop this video now because they're calming down. Hope you enjoy this, Missy.